This is a blue DSi XL, shell number WW443162686. I'm going to quickly go over why I gave it the condition score. I did. So, for the physical condition of the shell, I gave it a 1 of 3. You can tell just as I shine my two lights on it, this top shell piece is pretty beat up. There's good deep scratch right there. Little nicks, scuffs, just all over this thing. Nothing that impacts the use of the camera, nor is there any structural faults in the top screen itself. Just a lot of the thing is seeing a lot. The discoloration around the corner, some good scratching right there. There's also some discoloring right there. There's also a chunk taken out of this top screen shell piece. Nothing terrible. It is a little sharp, but didn't accidentally hit it. Didn't snag on anything. At least I didn't notice anything when I was testing around with it. Around the hinge piece, a little chewed up, especially when we get over here to the back of the hinge towards the shoulder buttons. Camera wants to focus. Come on. There you go. Now that does look like a crack, and from what I jotted down, it isn't. But that doesn't mean that that piece is structurally sound, so just keep that in mind, that is slightly weakened. This is where the hinge resides. Over here, it's about the same. Just this thing has seen a lot. Probably banging around doors and dropped on the floor and whatnot. Back shell piece actually is in pretty good shape, remarkably. There's a good scratch right here. There's a little bit of prying marks on the inner portion. But other than that, this rear shell portion looks really good. On the inside, there is a little bit of discoloring on this top shell piece. You can kind of see it. I don't know if that was rubbed away, maybe like a nervous thing, or maybe there was like some paint thinner dumped there. I'm not entirely sure, but around the D-pad and around the face buttons, there are the normal discoloration you would see from just normal use. Fingers, oil, friction of playing this thing. It's obvious that this console, or at least this shell, saw a lot of love throughout the years. Prying marks that I mentioned, a little hard to see on my camera, but you can kind of see the bottom shells lifted up a little right there. I'm not sure if that was intentional, or I'm not sure exactly what was going on there, but just nothing crazy. But it looked like somebody was trying to get in. There are some marks above the top screen, or above the bottom screen. Could be just stylus. I'm not entirely sure. Just some little pitting right here. This shell is in rough shape. It's functional. Otherwise. The physical condition of the hardware, I gave a 2 of 3. Very good. Mainly because of the shoulder buttons. You can kind of see there's some chunks, hits taken out of them. They're just being banged around. The D-pad had some... I thought I noticed some light scratchings on it, but other than that, all the other face buttons look fine. Lettering is still very clear, obviously. I have no problem with them. Now for the physical condition of the screens, I gave a 2 of 3. Mainly because the top screen has some light scratching. As I sort of probe my light over it, you'll kind of see them come through. Nothing that you can see when the displays are on. Also, there's a chip on the top of this top screen lens. The camera will have a very hard time focusing on a mirror. There's a little chip on the top of this top screen lens. It is covered by the screen protector. It's not gonna get worse. A windshield shouldn't, at least I've never heard of that. But it's only on the colored portion. It doesn't extend down over the LCD display, so you won't see it. It doesn't impact gameplay. It's just a little minor cosmetic fault. And there's a new digitizer on the bottom, so it is a mirror finish. brand new screen, and a screen protector. For the screen condition itself, I might have to turn off one of my overhead lights here to kind of see it. I do detect a minor hint of blue on the top screen relative to the bottom screen. That's to say that the blue screen is, or the top screen is slightly colder temperature-wise. If you're staring at white screens, you'll notice it, or at least maybe only I do. Might just be one of those things that I'm just super picky, but I'm largely assuming that not many people are just going to be staring at white screens, and you're actually going to be playing games, which in that case, it's going to be virtually invisible. So that's why I gave it the score I did.